I'm Arti. I'm the founder of Human Book Club and Human Chapters. I am Indian by ethnicity, Kenyan by nationality, and Australian by naturalisation. A bit of a garden variety. With Human Book Club and Human Chapters, the premise of both of these initiatives is that humans are books. Now, humans are books is an international concept, and one of the things that greatly inspired me to start both of these initiatives was human libraries. What happened when I first came across the concept was I learned about human libraries. Now, the history of human library is that in the 2000s, when the stabbing incident occurred between a couple of teenagers, they didn't want to have punishment as a consequence, but they actually wanted to know why the teenager stabbed the other person. And so from there stemmed the idea of conversation and talking about different topics and getting to learn about people. So then they started human libraries, which is a conventional library model, but instead there are humans, and you can borrow a human, as terrible as that sounds right now, but you can talk to humans and they will be talking about things or topics that they're connected to. In 2018, I was in the process of completing a community leadership program, and I always wanted to host something where we can be talking, creating conversation, talking about things that matter, learning about people from their experiences, and having a safe platform to actually challenge these ideas or agree with them, but in a safe space. So with Human Book Clubs, we then partnered with Shepparton Library, where we have Human Book Club once a month, and it's based on a specific topic. So I choose the topic, try to get speakers through friends of friends, and I truly do believe everyone does have a story to share, but also we can draw inspiration from other people, our neighbors, our friends, our colleagues. I found in my personal life, until I started these two initiatives, I felt like I could hold conversations with people, but I wasn't holding deep conversations. And as a result, I didn't know the person for the person that they were as a whole. I knew a part of them. Yeah, so that's Human Book Club. Now, how Human Book Club is different to Human Chapters is Human Chapters is a digital platform where I have conversations one-on-one with a person from anywhere in the world. Those conversations, it's about one chapter of a person's life, and through the conversation there's usually an unfolding of the past connected to the present, which probably will be connected to the future. So I was talking to one of my ex-lecturers recently. We're friends now, and we were talking about speech pathology as a profession, and during that conversation, one thing that I found myself saying is that we are actually communication warriors, where we're advocating for equity and access in communication. That is a huge part of what we do, but that communication means speech sounds, how clear are you in your talking language? How are you constructing sentences? Are you understanding sentences? To reading, to writing, to voice, your pitch, your intonation. So all of those facets within communication. And then the other part that we work with is swallowing. So people at the hospital or anyone that has difficulty swallowing, we would assess a swallow to then inform our treatment and intervention. So with speech pathology, we can work with anyone from the time they're born to the time they die. So that sort of life cycle. And what makes us human is language and communication. So I suppose from that you can see a natural shift to we talk about conversations, we talk about social skills, and what better way to actually practice what we're preaching than to have these conversations in real life with real people with it doesn't matter what age, what gender, that's secondary, but just, yeah, getting to learn about it. So I suppose at the heart of it is being a communication warrior and wanting to learn about people and getting their stories out there. Thinking about creativity, to me, creativity is anything that actually energizes me as a person. That creativity, it could come from reading a children's book to actually making connections to, oh my goodness, this would be a beautiful idea. It's simple, but I can do it in my real everyday life. And it's if not for anyone, I've had fun doing it at the end of the day. So like you said, Josh, creativity is conventionally was seen to be as drawing, painting, this, that, and that you had to be extremely good at it. But we're humans and we're all creative. We're all problem solvers. When there's a problem, you have to be creative about it in order to solve it. So I suppose that sort of creativity in conversations are very energizing for me personally, and I really get to learn a lot about a person. I work in schools and I work with children. They're no different. So they're individuals, and these conversations help me to get to learn their stories and give them a voice and give. So that sort of that creativity is what sparks your energy, I suppose. You know, I love writing poetry, and poetry for me is a reflection of how I've experienced an event, or how I interpret a picture, or so again, that in itself is being creative. No, you don't have to justify yourself. No one needs to say you're creative because you do this. If it fills your bucket, if it's energizing to you, then that's your creativity outlet. And I think in light of COVID, or just stresses, day-to-day life stresses, these are the moments that are vital and that are rich, for our sanity and well-being.